I mean, I think that's really brave of you. You know what I mean? To take that step. I guess it's the challenges of motherhood, like even just having a child, right? When there's some complications with that. So do
Yeah,
you
I mean,
want to talk about that or
sure. Yeah. I mean, I always tell my friends who don't have kids, like the kids are fine. The systems around motherhood are ghetto. Like all of those systems, every piece of it is just, it doesn't make any sense. And it would just be so much easier to be a parent if those systems were a little bit more concise. But the first one being like how we handle birth in Canada, or I guess the system as a whole is a little bit weird. I had complications with both my pregnancies. With my first one, it was a little bit more medical. I actually ended up being hospitalized for a month before delivering, and then I delivered a month early, and then I went back to the hospital because I had some complications, and that was a whole thing because it's like we don't recognize the fourth trimester. I always tell people it's like if you broke your arm and then I put it in a cast, your arm's still broken. So if you just delivered a baby 3 days ago, even though you're technically not pregnant, you're pregnant. Your body is still very much pregnant. You are still very much in harm's way in terms of like pregnancy related complications. They're not as common, but it can happen. And I was just not prepared for how my body would react to pregnancy. And then it was a bit of a surprise to get pregnant 3 months later and be like, here we are. I was told I couldn't have kids. So it was just, everything was just very like, we wanted them. Like
yeah.
absolutely, we tried for the first one, and then it was just, I just didn't think it was going to happen so quickly and so effortlessly given everything. And then with the second pregnancy, that was a little bit more complicated. And just to clarify, I didn't go the legal route, but I did put in a complaint. I had an
Mm.
awful experience with the doctor who delivered the baby. She's been accused of all kinds of things, and being investigated by the college, or was being investigated for gross negligence with regards to like 2,500 women who got exposed to certain things. But yeah, I had an awful experience with her, and after seeing that article come out, I wanted to share my experience because yeah, childbirthing is it's challenging enough, but it's more mental than physical. And I can say that having like extra stuff like a sketchy doctor or like weird experiences like that, just they make them more complicated, and it really changes the way